Hello writers, this video is going to help you work on an activity that is going to help you write connected to events. And this is just another really good way to get some ideas down in your notebook for things to write about. And so the first step for this activity to write connected to events is going to be to draw a picture of yourself. So I just started with this giant head on myself, and I drew a square for a body and rectangles for legs. So I want to assure you that when you draw this sketch, it does not have to be like you're going to be an art major someday. Okay, so anyway, you draw the sketch of yourself, and then you want to take a few minutes to start to think about the different scars that you might have on your body. And so for me, two main scars that I always think about. One is this scar by my elbow. Like 15, 16 years ago, really long time ago, I pulled a cake from the oven for, I don't know, it was for somebody's birthday or something, and oh my gosh, it was left with like this really, really nasty scar. Over here, I have another scar on my lip that hopefully isn't too noticeable, but I was screwing around with some friends in college, and I went to dip my friend because we were dancing together, and I dropped her, and I dropped me on the floor, and then my lip split open, and I had to go to the emergency room. So these are two just like really fast scars that I thought about like right away. Those were my scars. But then I started to think about like a couple of other scars that I have. And actually, I've broken a bone. It's my ankle bone down here. One time I did it when I was 16, and I was jumping with my friend Kevin on a trampoline, and it broke. And then the other time that I did it, I was like 37, and I was dancing at a Christmas party in heels, and I broke the exact same bone in the exact same place. So those are the only bones that I've ever broken. Another scar that I have is on my tummy, because both of my kids were born cesarean section. And if you really want to hear the story about it sometime, I'll tell you. But basically, with my first son, I was at the hospital for 12 plus hours when he started sitting on his umbilical cord, and the doctor said, hey, maybe we should get that little guy out of there, and I agreed. So anyway, I have a cesarean section scar from that, and then my second son was also born cesarean. And then, so anyway, these are all scars that I have physically, but you can also start to think about scars that people can't see. So for example, if you want to write about something that broke your heart, you can. If you also want to talk about any struggles that you've had with mental health, you can. Okay, but between the two of these things, please don't feel like you have to. You don't have to. But I do want to share a couple of things with you. So one of the things for me is that I struggle with depression and anxiety. And those are scars, like, you know, dealing with that over the years has definitely taken its toll. But I think now that I'm older, I understand a couple of ways that I can deal with it. But it's definitely something that I carry with me a lot. So anyway, when you're doing this part, you can think about physical scars that you have, or you can think about non-physical scars. Okay, so those are all the first couple of steps of this process. But then I also want to talk to you about taking this one step farther, because a lot of times when you have these moments, you have these scars, and when you are in the moment, you don't necessarily have a chance to make like a big decision or think about it really thoroughly, but you end up with these ways of belief. Sometimes when you get these scars, it turns out that you end up forming an idea of how life is. Okay, so for example, when I had my kids' cesarean section, there was a lot of literature out there, or people would say to me, oh, you had your baby cesarean section, and it was kind of like looked down on, that, you know, I didn't go without drugs and I didn't do the all natural birth or whatever. But after walking away from that experience and after, knowing that my kids are 100% fine and everybody is happy and healthy and I'm here for them and they're wonderful, I would encourage anyone, if you're even in doubt at all that this isn't okay, I would say, no, it's fine. I mean, as long as everybody's happy and healthy, you're a-okay. I mean, obviously nobody wants to get this done, but there shouldn't be any shame in it if someone has to have that done. Okay, and then also up here, I'm going to write a little bit about mental health and so forth, because after having these issues and dealing with them for more than 20 years, I definitely have some opinions about mental health and anxiety. So the way that I deal with my mental health is a combination of a bunch of factors. So I have found that medication has been helpful for me at certain times. A big support system is key. And this means like family and friends who understand what's going on with me, but it also means taking time for myself to do things like meditation and relaxation. I've also found that diet and exercise are key. If I want to manage my depression and anxiety, I have to build all of these things together. I can't just take meds and then do whatever I want. And I can't just watch what I eat, but then do whatever else I want. So I have to put all of these things together. And for me, that's the best way to deal with that. Okay, so anyway, what you would do at this last stage then, you could take one of these brainstorms that you've had, okay? So you could write about breaking your ankle twice, or you can write about how to manage mental health. And I want you to take 5 minutes and just write whatever comes to mind about one of these issues that you've had. Okay, so that's your homework for this session, and we just want to give you the chance to start to build some really good ideas for writing. Everybody have fun, take luck, and we'll see you soon. Bye.